What's going on, YouTube? It's that same place to be. Children, Mr. Andy. Back to give you guys another Monday Night Raw review. Coming at you guys a little bit late today. I had a lot of business to take care of this morning. And then especially last night, I could not get the review up to you guys in the morning like I would like to, but I still want to get it up for you guys because this is the Royal Rumble Fallout. Now, I know a lot of people want to know what was going on with the Bloodline. Sami Zayn. I knew they was going to wait till Smackdown to take care of all that, to make you wait a week, okay, to figure out what happened there. But right now, it's going to be up to this Cody Rhodes. So right now, I'm going to give you guys the Raw recap, not give you too much of an extensive review. I'm trying to cut things like in half a little bit, unless I got like people on the show that want to talk extensively about it. Because this Raw, it was a decent Raw. I'll put it that it was a decent Raw. I was saying it reinvented the wheel, but I thought it, moved things along a little bit better than Raw did last week. You know what I'm saying? So, but we start with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out, adrenaline. And the crowd, I didn't know how the crowd was going to react to him because obviously we're on the Sami Zayn thing, but the crowd took to Cody really well, and he came out there and he cut a promo. I'm not the same guy he was 15 years ago, and this is a new journey for him, and everybody knows what his goal is, and his goal is to become WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, whatever convoluted name that he got up for that. He said, but for every part of this journey has been worth it, and they said 62 days he's going to be the new champion, but he has to go through another royal family that's in wrestling, and that is the tribal chief Roman Reigns. So but one championship to go after anyway, because they ain't split them up. But I think when Cody wins it, he'll split them up. So they already declared that Cody versus Roman, that's the match right now. We're going with WrestleMania 39. Then here comes Judgment Day to go out there and get heel heat. Dominic's out there. They talk about how much Cody deserved. He came at number 30. He was privileged. He was given a number 30 spot to come out there and win, compared to Rhea Ripley, who was at number 1 and lasted literally 29 other women to win the matchup. So they played that up. But and then Dave Priest says that Dominic should be the only multi-generational superstar headed to WrestleMania. And then Cody owes Dominic an apology. And then Rose interrupts and talks about he has respect for Rey Mysterio, because that's his dad. And then Dominic has no respect for his own father. But he'll take on any member of the Judgment Day tonight. Why not? And then meanwhile, Edge comes down, starts beating up the Judgment Day, and then Cody comes in there, and then he helps out. So then now we go into we have Elimination Chamber qualifying match. That's the next pay-per-view coming up. And in these Elimination Chambers, we're going to have for the United States Championship and the women's opportunity. And I'll get to that in a minute. But right now, this is for the U.S. Championship. So Seth Rollins takes on Chad Gable. Good TV match by these two guys here. I'm really pushing for Gable to get more. I like he getting more screen time. Gable goes to do a little roll up, and then Rollins rolls and it turns into a pedigree, and actually wins with the pedigree. I guess people are tired of using pedigrees and stunners as setup moves because they're finishers. Io Sky takes on Candice LeRae in a decent TV match. Io Sky goes and wins with the moonsault. Rhea becomes out for promo to make her decision of who she should go in at WrestleMania. My personal opinion, she needs to be going after Bianca. They are the new. It's like each era has their these women that leads it. Like there was the Sable era. Then there was the first of all, there's like the Alundra Blaze era. If you go back all the way back to the 90s, or if you want to go back to the Moolah and Mae Young back in the 80s, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then in the late 90s was that Sable, and then in the early 2000s. We had the Trish Lita in the 2000s, and then when we go into the 2010s, we had the Four Horsewomen, and now going into the 2020s, Bianca and Rhea are the ones that's like leading the charge when it comes to those women. So I was hoping she'd say her, but she goes and cuts a promo and talks about how she was brash and she challenged Charlotte back at WrestleMania 3 years ago, and Charlotte put in her place, but this year she's going to put Charlotte in her place. Charlotte, she chooses her, so it's going to be Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley for the Smackdown Women's title. So there could be a break away from Judgment Day. I really do like Rhea, and she does deserve that championship. I personally wished it would have been going after Bianca. Is the story there with her and Charlotte? Absolutely. I just wish it would have been Bianca, because now it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do with Bianca? You know what I'm saying? We got another Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. Giant Gargano taking on Baron Corbin. Gargano comes out there, like I said, it's a decent enough match, but Gargano hits him with a roll up and wins and goes on to the chamber. So now we have Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, and Austin Theory. Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, and Giant Gargano, my apologies, all going to the chamber. So that's how it is. So now we got a couple more qualifying matches coming up. I mean, there was a point during after the matchup, was after or before, when Dexter Lumis took an axe and put it right in JBL's hat. So I was like, but how long is JBL and Baron Corbin going to go on for? The VIP Lounge with special guest Austin Theory. MVP is out there, still doing the catchphrase for the VIP Lounge, and Austin Theory comes out there, and then he says, I remember the VIP Lounge when I was young, but that was a long, long time ago. And then Theory said we should get rid of the VIP Lounge and call it the ATL Austin Theory Live. MVP says that trends come and go, but the classics stay. And Theory is not ordered to be a classic. But so MVP says, you're not your championship. You're not your champion now, but after the chamber, you might not be. And then Theory was saying, MVP is the same man that calls Bobby Lashley the champ. But last week, he beat Bobby Lashley. But he says, but MVP says he know that Bobby Lashley can beat him, and he already talked about, look, I've been in a champion match before. Brock Lesnar F5 me off top of the pod, and then so I got nothing to worry. About that. I'm still standing out, and I'm ruthless with the generation needs. MVP said, well, I did the same thing. I was in the chamber. I got choked off the pod by the Undertaker. In the same thing, and then so you never know who'll be in the chamber. And he said, was that a threat? He says, no, but I can't believe, but he said, you're comparing Bobby Lashley to the Undertaker. And MVP says Lashley is more dangerous to Theory, than the Undertaker is. I mean, true point, Undertaker's old now. So Bobby Lashley won't be in it, so let's talk about something that's not in the past. And he said, well, me and Lashley no longer business partners and things like that. But I'm advertising you worry about your health. He said, well, Bobby Lashley to worry about his health because he pissed off the beast Brock Lesnar. And then Lashley moves music hits. He comes out and MVP is holding it back. He says, yeah, that's right. You listen to your dad, Lashley. MVP stood out the way. Bobby starts beating up on Theory. He's about to go for a spear on Theory, but then Theory pushes MVP in the way, and Lashley spears MVP. So now we are doing some storytelling like, what's going to happen? Is Lashley going to get back with MVP? He's going to feel bad for him? This is how we're going to have to, because the Hurt Business is coming back somehow. So this is how we're going to have to set it up to, to take down Brock Lesnar. Not necessarily sure, but it's a possibility. They had a backstage segment with Finn Balor and Judgment Day. I really paid too much attention to. The Miz comes out, talks about he's tired of being disrespected from Raw 30, and now Adam Pearce comes out there and he sets him up with a match with the returning Rick Boogs. I'm not a fan of Rick Boogs at all, and I wasn't even a fan of him when he was with Shinsuke, but I know Q-Flow is, so shout out to Q-Flow. Rick Boogs makes easy work of the Miz, and so I don't, people like Nakamura and Boogs. I just don't personally care, to be honest with you. Otis walks backstage past the Mexican male models. They're still a thing, and then they just look at him and how hideous, how disgusting. She was like, he's perfect. So are they? I think they're going to try to break up Alpha Academy, try to get Otis in some comedy shit, so Chad Gable can go out on his own and do what he needs to do, which I think is the right move personally. Video package about Sami Zayn, the bloodline. Then Bayley makes her way to the ring. It talks about damage control and the steel cage match from Raw 30. I didn't see too much of this segment, but Becky Lynch kidnapped Io, threatened to hurt her leg with a chair, and she already did so to Io Sky in the back until Bayley gave her cage match for next week. So next week we are going to get that cage match between Bayley and Becky Lynch. There was a backstage segment. I don't know where this came in at because they were interviewing Carmella, who has returned, and then Asuka came up, but she was in no makeup. She was standing there, and Carmella was like, "I'm not even scared of you." That the blue mist started dripping from her mouth and everything like that, and it freaked Carmella out, and then she ran off. So now Adam Pearce says, well, we're going to have the steel cage match, and we're going to have a fatal four-way to determine who's going to enter the women's elimination chamber, because we have the last 4 members that was in the Royal Rumble is going to be in that chamber, plus 2 more, and whoever wins is going to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 39. So, me personally, it got to be Asuka. Asuka and Bianca will be a good match, and Asuka can take the championship off her, because you can really go up to heel crazy Asuka. Bianca can use a reset and a refresh. So, Chelsea Green taps on the shoulder of Adam Pearce and says, as if he's the manager, and the accommodations she's received were unacceptable, and she's not just any returning superstar. We're the private dressing rooms, the fresh water, the Swiss chocolate, and Pearce will find some chocolate. So there has been reports that she's doing a Karen angle. So we're gonna see how this works out. Like, how Karen is she gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Dolph Ziggler had a pre-tape thing with Mustafa Ali interrupted him, saying, hey, look, dog, is another opportunity to qualify the Elimination Chamber tonight, because we have Dolph Ziggler taking on Bronson Reed. We already know it's Bronson Reed that dominate this. Thick boy splash off the top. That splash is devastating, and he beats Dolph Ziggler. So then after that, Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor. Good main event. Cody Rhodes does what he needs to do to put off a good matchup. As Judgment Day start coming down, and they keep trying to distract Cody and do all that stuff, but then Edge comes down from the crowd. Dan Priest goes out there and he starts fighting him. He takes out Damian Priest, takes out Dominic Mysterio. Then Finn Balor go for the coup de grace, but then Edge goes to the top rope and distracts Balor. Also, Rhea just starts beating up on Edge, but then Beth comes back down and spears Rhea again. But that's it. Like, she don't beat her down, nothing else. So receipts are coming. I don't know how they're going to do it, but receipts are coming. Balor has to go for the coup de grace, but then Cody hits him with 3 crossroads. Like, he don't need to do the 3 crossroads to Finn Balor. Like, for Roman, yeah, I'm saying at WrestleMania, but for right now on Raw, you don't need to do that, okay? But Cody wins the matchup, gives the salute to Edge and Beth Phoenix. Obviously, I think the match that they wanted to do at the Rumble with Edge and Balor in Hell in a Cell, I think we get that at Mania. And then we get Rhea and Beth at Elimination Chamber, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Well, post out your comments down below. How you guys feel about Raw? What you guys think the direction is going to be? You guys decide for WrestleMania. Hit the like button if you enjoyed my reaction. Hit my review. And hit the subscribe button for more wrestling content, especially with the embargo, I think, being lifted for the 2K23 news from Saturday tomorrow. So we got to check out a lot of stuff, man. So subscribe right here for more stuff. So once again, this is NCA Place to Be. Chill Train Mr. Andy, and Nerd Coalition is out.